Right. So when we look at the first question and we're looking at fails principles, so there are a whole range of principles. Now, some of these, obviously, in terms of modern organizations, make no sense. But I think we still have division of labor. If you think of your different degrees at Varsity College, you had finance, you had marketing, you had supply chain, etc., etc. So we still structure our degrees according to those functional areas. In terms of the functional areas, obviously, we have marketing and finance and those kinds of things in an organization. The second one is authority and essentially the importance of managers being in charge. Again, these are concepts that have definitely changed. We now talk about the seamless organization. We talk about employees taking over in terms of authority. We see that in distributed leadership. Discipline, yeah, the idea that we have rules and guidelines and policies, etc. It again ignores the idea of self-discipline. Unity of command, that one person reports to another and you have this chain link. Unity of direction, that you can only report to one manager. Again, in a modern organization, that is seriously questionable because often you might be reporting to different teams, to different groups, guys. And then, yeah, the idea that you are here to make a difference, even at your own expense. I don't like that rule. Yeah, get paid where authority is, this chain of command, and then this idea of organizing, making sure that people are in the right place at the right time with the right materials, etc. Equity, yeah, fairness in terms of pay, in terms of benefits, etc. And then stability. I mean, yeah, even 12. I think modern organizations want the opposite of stability. They want the idea of employees coming in, leaving, coming back with new skills. Again, very, very different in its approach. And initiative, yeah, um, the idea that employees are allowed to give ideas, but obviously, we will approve them higher. But if it's your own work or your own idea, you'll work hard. And this idea of team spirit. Any comments about that as a theory in terms of your own organization? Is that dated in terms of modern organizations and structures, or are some of those elements still in place? So have a look at Westpac. What I try to do is make sure that I have questions that specifically relate back and that there's enough evidence in there. You might have to spend a bit of time on their website. I think it is, yeah, some are still in place, Tanya. It depends on how traditional your organization is. Guys, the second one, and yeah, I put it on page 35, all part of being a good manager. We're still in Learning Unit 1, so that is Learning Unit 1, slide 39. Apologies. Control F, P-A-R-T. All part of being a good manager. Please just check which specific theory I'm referring to. Hold on a second. Guys, can I just ask quickly, what is on page? I suppose I could look as well. I've got the textbook right here. Okay, so there is quite a bit of summary there. So it's also Mintzberg, etc. So in terms of this question, guys, I think I give a lot of leeway to answer it. I think we still have these kinds of roles present. And certainly when you read the case study on Westpac, yeah, they're going through transitions. I think that's the term. And some of the more recent comments is that they're in quite a bit of trouble. In terms of being part of a good manager, we spoke about this concept that listening is about the extraordinarization of the mundane. And it's those brief moments where managers have time to spend with employees where that person believes that that is the most significant part of that leader or manager's day. Guys, again, you have a choice in terms of here. I think also the idea of everyday routines. So if you read the case study, and I don't know where SPAC is in terms of their evolution, but I think they're taking a little bit of a beating in the marketplace. So we're looking at slides 53, 4, 5. Slide 53 to 55. Can somebody please put those page numbers on the WhatsApp group? Okay, competing values framework. Yeah, the competing values framework is that bit on the culture of the organization or the different cultures that we find in organizations. So if we look here, in fact, it starts there. So it slides. Yeah, it is slides. Let me make sure I've got the right slide here. Slides 43, 44, 45, 46. So 43 to 46. So it is the discussion of the organization's culture, and it is the sort of, I don't want to say trade-offs, but the combinations that we find in terms of flexibility versus control. Flexibility is the amount of empowerment, obviously, we give employees to take charge in the take the decisions that affect their lives at work and affect their actual contribution. And then controlling is the external control that comes in because of managers not always trusting employees fully. And then the second one is, are we concerned about keeping the peace inside? Are we concerned about the organization? Or have we realized that the world has gone insane and that you need to be very, very aware of, you have to be very, very aware of what happens in the environment as well. Hold on, Brett, I'll try and do that. I've got the textbook in front of me. Um, uh, Hold on a sec, I'll have it in a second. If someone finds the pages, let us know as well, because I'm obviously looking as I am. Okay, sorry. So we're looking at page 26, everyone, for this guy. 26? No, I think that's Dodge, because that's not accurate. Hold on, let me find again the index. My apologies, guys. It's 31 to 32. So pages 31 to 32. Yeah, definitely 31 to 32. There's something wrong with this thing's index. My gosh. Hold on. Okay, yeah, 31 and 32, guys. My layout is way better than the rubbish that's in the textbook. Yeah, sorry guys. an interesting day, and I've got a slight headache, but I didn't want to say that because otherwise I lose self-control when people feel sorry for me. Okay, so guys, the two elements that we have there, flexibility versus control, external versus internal orientation. And what it does, it gives us those options. So in terms of flexibility, stability, and then across like that. So in terms of internal control, it's often where it's about, if the organization's in a good place, we will be successful. If we're in a good place internally, if we like each other. Whereas external control is being very aware in terms of changes in the environment, your ear constantly to the ground in terms of opportunities, in terms of threats, constantly looking at impressing your customers. So when we do this, guys, we have those different cultures. And it's interesting. The collaborate idea, it's understanding communication, mentoring, leading teams, etc. In terms of competing, it is out there getting in your competitors' faces. If you look at those, motivating, designing, organizing the thing. Control, guys, is really not where organizations should be unless they are in severe crises. Now, you need to decide whether Westpac is in enough of a crisis, but you can see the kinds of stuff. Making sure that people communicate, that functional areas work together, that you check performance. And then, yeah, I think the sort of creation stage is where a lot of organizations hope to be, in the idea that they're out there and they are leaving an impression on the environment. They're constantly launching new products, constantly impressing customers, constantly getting out there with the message that we are impressive in terms of how we look after our customers. Okay, so we've got that one, guys. I've given you the slides for that one. All right, so the second one, and you can see how fresh this is. I mean, I did this assignment after the GNU was formed. So in terms of Grint and the four different approaches, so again, guys, we're going back to Learning Unit 1. I'm just going back in the slides. So it is leadership as a person, process. So we're looking from page, slide 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so slides 5 to 10, give or take. And then in terms of the textbook, hold on a second. Okay. We are looking at pages. It's page 47, guys. Apologies. Marcus, where are you getting 96 to 98? It's on 47. Let me see what you're looking at. No, that it's definitely not there. I think you took the wrong notes. You definitely took the wrong notes, unless it's a different theory that we're going to get to. Four significantly different. I definitely win. Geez, yeah, no, we'll just say that it's my fault. Okay, guys, it's page 47. We spent quite a bit of time on this. Now, just remember, we are focusing, because of the nature of the theory, on Ramaphosa himself. So you need to discuss the kinds of characteristics, the kinds of things that make Ramaphosa a leader, leadership as a process, and obviously the idea of how they get things done. We know that Ramaphosa loves consensus and, yeah, getting everyone to agree, and loves negotiating and all the things. We must never underestimate how good a negotiator he is. And then leadership as a position, obviously, he's still the state president. Um, I don't know whether he's pro business. I think there's a realization that they need to change their stance. But for me, it's more about how he arrives at decisions, how he gets things approved. He likes the idea of consensus, and I think sometimes consensus, in particular, prior when it was just the ANC, was not the best approach. And then leadership as results. How will we judge him in terms of results? What would we expect for him to achieve to consider him to be a successful leader? Up till now, would we say from a results perspective he has been effective? I mean, I cannot believe that he measures really well from a results perspective. Unemployment, the rand had gone. Obviously, we see changes now, and I think the rand currently the strongest it's been in an incredibly long time. Guys, and then the six bases of power. And again, if we go to Learning Unit 1, just right, the six bases of power, to go back to Learning Unit 1. Oh, is that this year? There they are. So we've done this before. So you're looking at slides 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's what it is. We've done this before, having access to information. Thanks, Anil, for that. Well done, guys. Just get it from Anil there. Yeah, there it is, 51 and 52, guys. So 51 and 52. I think he has, Brett. I think Anil's has had it done and dusted, and sitting there thinking, oh, these poor fools, including the lecturer. Guys, informational power, access, controlling information. Guys, and then reward power, the ability to withhold and grant rewards, yeah, threats and suggestion of threats, comes from possession, comes from your expertise, the kind of, yeah, let me just say Elon Musk, because he does have some expertise. This is about charisma and being able to exude those undefinable things that attract people to a leader. So in terms of that, yeah, that's that one done and dusted. And then influencing tactics is also going to be close to that. I can't even remember. Yeah, there it is. We spoke about this rational persuasion, yeah, around facts and logic to get people. So we're looking at slides 19 and 20, and then it is on page 55. Page 55. So in terms of appraising, I think this idea is, what is in this for you. Imagine what it can do for your future. In terms of inspirational appeals, I think it's always about dealing with a person's emotions. We know that you want to make a real difference. We know that you take a lot of satisfaction from this work. Consultation, get people involved in decision makings. Yeah, the one that again is risky, but if you complete it, there'll be a bonus. And then personal appeals, come on, we've been friends now, how long? And then complimenting, yeah, it's almost that kind of thing of telling someone, you're the best at this, that no one else can do it. And it's that idea that you might become the willing horse, the person on the receiving end. And then, yeah, policy position. One of my favorite, I don't even know if I can tell, well, I can tell the story. No one's going to listen to this outside here. But a senior manager in the IIE, somebody had used last year a paraphrasing tool and was just horse manure that was submitted. So I refused to mark it. And I can tell you, Alison kept sending me copies of my contract where it says I will mark. And I think I just kept refusing. And in the end, I got Liesel to step in and they got someone else to mark it. Yeah, if you want to annoy me, tell me that I'm your manager, you will, or the policy says, or the rule says, it's not the way to try and influence me. And then pressure, guys, it is the idea of unless you get this done, there will be consequences. And then coalition, get everyone involved, and then get those people who you spend time with to convince you. So slides 19 and 20, and I did give the page number. Yeah, I don't think this is going to destroy you as an assignment, guys.